Good morning, children. Uh, Today, I'm going to start a topic which is in 10th class. Sets is the chapter name in mathematics. So, my intention to start this chapter uh, before the first chapter is it becomes a little bit easy and you can do more by your own. If you understand the concept, you can do the exercise by your own. So, the part of the class sets. So before understanding the sets concept, you should understand what do you mean by a collection. So when the question is asked to you, what do you mean by a collection? Collection means a group of objects. Like if you see some examples like cricket, football, kho, kabaddi, basketball, like the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, or something like if you want to say gulab jamun, jangri, jalebi, sweets. So when you are taking these examples, the first example is meant for games, second is meant for odd numbers, third is meant for sweets. So something like anything when you are just making as a group, that you will call it as collection. Now, so what is this sets? What is going to tell us? So when we are discussing about these examples, cricket, football, kho, kabaddi, basketball. For example, this example tells you that this is a collection of all the games. For example, if I ask you children that write down the names who are taller, so then definitely you will get a doubt that who is taller. Like if you take some X is a person, if he is that just tall to him, taller than him, those are called as tallest children. For example, if you take a Y, he is not even taller than the X, but he will consider that all children who is taller than Y are called as tall children. So here you are getting a doubt because for example X is 5 feet, then he'll feel that all children above 5 feet are called as tall children. For example, Y is 4 feet. He'll feel that all the children who is above 4 feet is called as tall children. So now you are getting a different answer. For example, in the first X is getting 5 answers, Y is getting 10 answers. 10 answers in the 10 names. So now I am not getting the same answer from the both the persons. But if I change the question as color the students who is taller than 5 feet 6 inches. That means 5.5 feet. Then X also will tell me the same numbers, same names. Y also will tell the same names. That is called as the collection which is defined more perfectly. So such collection is called as well-defined collection. So now here we want to learn about what is well-defined collection. So that well-defined collections only are called as the sets. This was given by a mathematician George Cantor in 1845-1918. He developed this concept and he named that well-defined collection of objects is called as set. Then here I use a word called well-defined. What do you mean by well-defined? In the sense, all the objects in the set must possess same condition. Must possess same condition in the sense, all should follow the same condition. Like when the example is, name the children who is taller than 5 feet 6 inches. So even if you write the answer in our class, if I am writing the answers in our class only, we'll get the same answer. For example, you say 5 names who are taller than 5 feet 6 inches. Even I'll also say same 5 names who are taller than 5 feet 6 inches. But in my previous example, who is tall, then according to your height you are writing 10 names, according to my height I'll write 15 names. So definitely we are not getting the same answer. So in the second example it is not well defined. In the first example 5 feet 6 inches, that example is well defined objects. So you have to say that, for example, if I am writing here A, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So while you are writing like this one, this is called as a set of what? This is called as natural numbers. Natural numbers are also called as list counting numbers. You know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if you ask the question, write down the natural numbers, I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you ask someone also, he'll say only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called as well-defined collection. So now here, all collections are not sets. Collections are not sets, but all sets are collections. That means if a collection is well defined, then that collection is called as a set. A set is a well defined collection of objects. Well defined, the word again I'm telling you, well defined. It has to be accepted by everyone. Okay, for example, if I ask the question, name the children who are intelligent in our class. So here intelligent, the word used, I want to say who are intelligent. For example, if you ask me, I'm a maths teacher, I'll feel that who are good in maths, those children are called as intelligent students according to me. If you ask Hindi teacher will say that who are good at in her subject or in his subject, he'll feel that those children are the intelligent children. So sometimes those two answers may not be correct. So such cases we can't say it as well defined. For example, we ask the children, write down all the 9th class A section children. Then even I myself or a Hindi teacher or social teacher, whomsoever it may be writing the answer, will write the only names of the 9th class A section children only. Hope understood, children. So well defined means every element must passes the same condition. Now children, how to represent the set? Sets basically represented by capital letters like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, like anything. For example, if I write here N, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, that is called as natural numbers. So I write it as N. So the objects which are under this set are called as elements. E-L-E-M-E-N-T-S, elements. Okay. For example, write a set called B, square, rectangle, circle, triangle, parallelogram, rhombus, all 2D objects. This is also called as set only. Now if I want to write yes a particular element is there in the set or not, that is called representation. That we will call it as this symbol, like E symbol, we will read it as belongs. A belongs to N, like 5 belongs to N. But if you take 0 not there in the natural numbers, so we should write here E epsilon, the symbol, like C and middle, that is called belongs to. If you write a cross line, that is called as does not belong to. So here 0 does not belong to N. -5, -1 does not belong to N. If I write here cube does not belong to set B, because cube is here 3D object. I took here B as only 2D object elements. So like this, there we'll use a symbol called belongs to and does not belongs to. If an element is there in the set, we'll use the symbol called belongs to. If the element is not there in the set, we will use the symbol called does not belong to. Then how to write? For example, if I ask to write the letters in the word skate, S-K-A-T, skate. So some children will write like this one, A equals to S-K-A-T-E and so on. See, observe here, for each and every time I am using flower brackets and followed by commas. So you should write the letters as a flower brackets, these elements S, comma, K, comma, A, comma, T, comma, E. Now some children will write like this one. No sir, I want to write the letters in alphabetical order like A, E, K, S, T. Now you are getting a different type of writing the objects and different type of objects. So now we'll arise the doubt which is correct, this one or this one. So while you're writing the elements in the set, those are immaterial. Immaterial means not required in any order, like however you want to write, anything is correct only. But all elements must be in the word is in the set. So in that again you'll get doubt. For example, if I use a word called school, S-C-H-O-O-L. So how to write here? S, comma, C, comma, H, comma, O, comma, O, comma, L, somebody write it because 2 O's are there. Here you have to understand that anything is repeated, then you write only one time. That is, you should write it as S-C-H-O-L. No problem. Now here the word consists of 6 letters. But when it comes here, only 5 elements are coming. So you don't require like this one. For example, if you take a word called Mississippi, M-I-S-S-I-P-P-I. Mississippi is the word. So when you want to write like a set form, you can write here M, I, S, P. Enough. How many letters are there in the word? We don't require. we should write only one time one letter. So this is the one notation. So here the very important thing is you no need to follow an order. Another thing is anything is repeated one time if you write, that is sufficient. That is called as representation of sets. Now sets are basically represented into three formats. That is, one is list form, also called as roster form, and the second one is called as set builder form, or also called as conditional form. Now the third one is Venn diagram. So we will learn about this Venn diagram in the coming exercise more precisely. First we will understand what is a list form or roster form. Roster form in the sense, till now how you are writing to write the sets. For example, if I write here B equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what is this here? Writing down all the natural numbers till 6. That is called as roster form or list form. Writing with the flower brackets, all elements must be separated by commas. Now when you want to write the same thing in the set builder form, you should write like this one. Set X is an alphabet, anything X, Y, Z, A, B, C, any letter you can write. This symbol is called as such that X, such that X is a natural number and X belongs to N. Belongs to means a natural number, and X value is less than or equals to 6. So while I am writing this condition, it tells you that you are collecting X's. This is called set of all X. Which type of X is you are collecting? That X must be a natural number and less than or equals to 6. So less than or equals to 6 in the sense, you may get it here 5 4 3 2 1 0 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. Anything will go on, like even 5.5 4.5 also will come, because I use a conditional less than 6. But here I mentioned one more thing is called belongs to N. That means that must be a natural number and less than or equal to 6. Means what are the elements will come? Less than or equal to 6 in the sense 6 will come. 5 4 3 2 1. So such elements you are collecting, that you are taking as X. So this X can be 1, means can be 2, can be 3, can be 4, can be 5, can be 6. So here you should write a perfect condition. This condition is not unique. However you want to write, you can write. So for example, I can write like this also. B equals to set of all X says that X is a natural number, like in the words you can write, and less than 7. See, I use a word called natural number and less than 7. Less than 7 in the sense, shouldn't be 7, below 7. Here less than or equal to 6 in the sense, including 6 and below 6. So both give the same condition, but the condition is not same in the both the way, but both are correct answers. X belongs to N, X less than 6. Here X is a natural number and less than 7. Values are less than 7, must be a natural number. Some even in the place of this such that symbol, slash symbol, somebody will use like this also, colon symbol, X such that, 2 dots, like ratio symbol. X belongs to N, X less than or equals to 6. Like this also you can write. This is called a set builder form. Set builder form mainly required a condition. That condition must be very clear. For example, this is very interesting. Observe this concept. B equals to 2 3 5 7 11. By seeing this one, what you can say all these 2 3 5 7 11 as those are prime numbers. So when you want to write a condition, you should write here set of all X such that X is a prime number less than 13, because 13 below means 11 also will come. If you write here less than 11, problem will comes. So if you want to write, you can write like this one, X such that X is a prime and X less than or equals to 11. And values which are less than and equal to 11 can be considered.